Mom, can't you do?
I'm just standing in. One second, let's redo it. Oh, sorry, Abraham, I put a second. Okay, so we have yours, Simeon, and you can, you're restricted. Just give me 1 second. Okay, you can try doing it, Simeon. Try to share now. Simeon, go back and retry because I have permitted you. Go back and retry once. Screen sharing thing is like the button located at the
It's not even
bottom, in the bottom.
on my. I can't even find it.
You can't even find it. Can you see a bar located at the bottom with all the things such as
There also, I
participants,
can't
chat?
find it.
It's in a green box with an arrow.
Yeah, I can't find it. It's not there. And every time when I'm joining the meeting, it's like you are restricted from screen sharing.
Okay, do one thing. Try to join with another device or something. Huh? Okay. And I know you can go on with the presentation till then. Okay. We'll not put in some shine till Abraham Simeon fixes theirs. You can begin.
Sorry, yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, Anna, it was.
Okay. Just give me- Okay, so my presentation is on earthquakes. So we are going to first understand what is an earthquake. Now, trembling shocks in any area of Earth are called earthquakes. The outer layer of Earth, also called Earth's crust, has many plates joined together called tectonic plates. Tectonic plates are great slabs of rock that make up Earth's crust or outer layer. The movement of Earth's internal areas makes these plates move against each other. Because of these changes, Earth shakes and trembles. Hence, it is called earthquake. Areas where earthquakes occur frequently are called earthquake regions or earthquake-prone areas. Larger earthquakes cause a lot of destruction, such as this picture. So you can see, due to the earthquake, this road has been damaged severely. Now we're going to learn about an earthquake that happened in Japan. It is called the Tohoku earthquake. The Tohoku earthquake was the worst earthquake in Japan. It occurred on March 11, 2011 and had a magnitude of 9.1. The earthquake also generated a tsunami that reached 40.5 meters in height. The Tohoku earthquake was also one of the top five largest earthquakes in the world. It also caused approximately 18,500 to 20,000 deaths, terrible destruction, and environmental damage. So the bodies found were around 20,000 deaths, and then an additional few thousand people were found missing after the destruction. In addition to the catastrophe, 3 out of 4 reactors of the Fukushima Daiichi power plant exploded after the loss of electrical power. It took around 4 years just to clean the debris spread by the tsunami. By July 2021, 95% of the damaged roads had been rebuilt and improved. The USA, Australia, China, India, Germany, Singapore, South Korea, and New Zealand are just some of the countries who helped Japan by sending rescue teams and other help. So this is a picture in the Tohoku region. So this is a street they have shown, and this gives you an idea of what the kind of damage it caused. Now we're going to see a few pictures of the Tohoku region before and after the earthquake. So this picture on the left is before the earthquake. So you can see the land, it is built properly, and the sea is also clean and the air is not polluted. So this is before the earthquake. And this is like right after the earthquake. Can you see this on the picture on the right? The land has become burned, the houses are destroyed, and the air has also become polluted. Now we are going to see the Tohoku region after recovery from the earthquake. So this picture on the left, it is right after the Tohoku earthquake. This is the destruction damage it caused. And this is the picture on my right is the current Tohoku earthquake. Sorry, the current Tohoku region, which has improved to this extent. Now we're going to see a short video of the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami.
Sanford, can you get my laptop?
This is so bad.
So that was the video. Now we're going to see 10 fun facts about earthquakes. Fact number 1. Did you know snakes can predict earthquakes 5 days early and from as far as 75 miles? Fact number 2. Earthquakes happen on the moon and are called moonquakes. However, the moonquakes have lesser magnitude than earthquakes and also are smaller in size compared to earthquakes. Fact number 3. Earthquakes are not affected by weather as they occur miles underneath the surface. So if anyone has ever told you that earthquakes happen because of the weather, that is not true. No. Earthquakes happen because of the movement of tectonic plates, as I mentioned above. They are not affected at all by the weather. Fact number 4. 90% of the world's earthquakes occur along the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean. Now, the Ring of Fire is a horseshoe-shaped area known for its frequent earthquakes and volcanoes in the Pacific Ocean. It's 40,000 kilometers in length and is around the countries Chile, US, Japan, the Philippines, and Indonesia. Fact number 5. An earthquake's strength is called its magnitude. This scale is logarithmic. A logarithmic means that increase of 1 point on the scale is 10 times more ground shaking. So, for example, a number 4 magnitude earthquake would be 10 times more powerful or ground shaking than a number 3 magnitude earthquake. The scale is also it is from negative numbers to 9.5. Negative numbers are so low that they can hardly be felt, and it's 2 onwards. The magnitude 2
Can you show
onwards
the
that can
PPT
actually.
then? You have 2 PPTs. Yeah, I will.
And also, so around 2.5 to 5.4 magnitude earthquakes are minor earthquakes and they cause very little damage. 5.5 to 6.0 earthquakes are moderate and they cause slight damage to poorly built constructions. 6.1 to 6.9 are strong earthquakes and they can cause a lot of damage, especially in unpopulated areas. 7.0 to 7.9 are deadly earthquakes and they can cause a lot of environmental destruction to buildings and story houses. And 8.0 onwards, it is like very, very bad. It can ruin an entire region or so. Fact number 6. The strongest earthquake ever recorded was in Chile on May 22nd, 1960, with a magnitude of 9.5. It lasted for about 10 minutes and caused widespread devastation. Fact number 7. The fear of earthquakes is called seismophobia. Even I was surprised to learn this. People are scared of even earthquakes. Fact number 8. Scientists who study about earthquakes are called seismologists. Fact number 9. There are several million earthquakes annually. And the last fact is an earthquake can affect the length of a day. So this actually happened once. So a few years ago in Japan, an 8.9 magnitude earthquake struck, and it shortened the 24-hour day by 1.8 microseconds. So these are 10 fun facts about earthquakes. Now we're going to see 10 safety measures during earthquakes. So number 1, drop, cover, and hold. If you're inside, drop to the ground, cover your head and neck with your arms and hold on to a sturdy object. If possible, crawl under the table or desk for protection. Number 2, stay away from items that could fall, like glass, windows, outside doors, and walls. Number 3, if you're driving, stop your car, move it away from traffic, and stay inside until the shock stops. Number 4, if you're outside, move away from buildings, street lights, and utility wires. Number 5, if you're trapped, cover your mouth with a handkerchief or piece of clothing and tap on a wall or pipe. Never shout during an earthquake, as shouting can cause you to inhale dangerous amounts of dust. Number 6. After the earthquake, check yourself for injuries and help others if you can. If you're in an area that may experience tsunamis, move further inland or to higher ground. Number 7. Check for damaged utilities. Shaking can cut off power, gas, and water lines, which can cause dangerous leaks that might lead to fires. If you see a leak, turn off the line and leave the house immediately. Number 8. Make sure you have ways out, open doors and windows so that you can escape during an earthquake. Number 9. Check on your neighbors, make sure your neighbors are safe, and check for fires. The last one is expect aftershocks. Be prepared to drop, cover, and hold on if you feel an aftershock. Now you may wonder what is an aftershock. An aftershock is a smaller magnitude earthquake or tremor which might occur after a larger earthquake. So these have been known to have happened, and sorry. And if this does happen ever, you should always be prepared to hold on for an aftershock and use the same safety measures you would during an earthquake. That is it for my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Maya. Well done. It was a really good presentation. Good efforts. Can you tell us a little about your journey while preparing this presentation?
Yes, so anything that's specific? I mean,
You can give us a walkthrough of how you collected the facts, how you assembled, what all insights you gained, what extra you studied.
okay, yeah. So it was kind of fun. And it was like new learning experiences as well. And so first I searched up on what is an earthquake. So these slides I have placed in the order that I learned. So I first searched on what is an earthquake. I used information from the science book as well. I used the internet. I searched what is an earthquake, how does it happen. Then I checked on which earthquake I can use. So I decided Japan's Tohoku earthquake. It was fun learning about these new points. And most of the stuff I have shared, even I did not know this earlier. So it was like fun learning about these new experiences. Then I added pictures and a video to understand the intensity of the earthquake. I hope you liked the video.
Yes, Anaya, it was good. Definitely.
Then I decided to make it a little more fun and innovative. So I decided to add 10 fun facts about earthquakes. And I found out a few good ones, such as snakes can predict earthquakes, and even the fear of earthquakes is called seismophobia. After the fun facts, I checked on safety measures during an earthquake. I decided that if I am sharing about an earthquake, I also need to share about safety measures during an earthquake. And so I searched all up on Google and from the book and what are the resources I could find. And then I wrote it all down. Then I converted it onto PPT. And yeah, so that is my journey. It was fun and it was like new learning experiences as well.
Okay, that's great, Anaya. Good to know. The fun facts were really interesting. The snake one and all the others. Good work. Well done. Yes. Sunil, hope you're ready. Abraham is ready. Okay. Abraham, you can go. Okay. Anaya, can you stop the screen sharing?
I'm sorry, did I not stop it?
Um, yes. Can you stop the sharing so Abraham can share?
Okay.
Abraham, now try.
Is it stopped? Is it done?
Yes, it's stopped. Abraham, unmute yourself, turn on the video.
So we are going to talk about tornadoes. So first thing we're going to talk about. And just give me a minute.
Sure.
Today I'm going to talk about tornadoes. The first thing I'm going to talk about tornadoes are. Can you see my full screen?
Yes, Abraham, we can see your full screen.
What is a tornado? Excuse me. A tornado is a violent rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the earth and the surface of the earth and a cumulus cloud, or in rare cases, the base of a cumulus cloud. It is often referred to as a twister, a whirlwind, or a cyclone. So, what are the types of tornadoes? So, the tornado is taught about the EF scale. So, enhanced Fujita scale. So, first it was called the Fujita scale. But then they made enhanced Fujita scale. So what they basically did is they made it more widespread because as EF5 could range could differ and it could become bigger and bigger. So the EF5 range is like the most powerful tornado. So you can see the wind speeds and the damage. So EF0 is 65. So I won't read in details, but if you want, you can read the damage. So I'm just going to show a link on this. So you can see this tornado. So you can see this tornado. It's so this is an EF0 and the pressure, and so this is an EF0 and it's small. So if I press the go button and the tornado will go, it won't do much damage, but if there was anything lying in its path, that thing may, like, if there was something small, that will be sucked up. So, with this, I want to share a case study about an EF0 tornado. So, the one I'll be talking about is the Wayne Nebraska tornado 2013. So, it happened in June 14, 2023. The wind speeds were to 65 to 85 miles per hour. The damage was $100,000. Injuries 0, and there was no fatality. And so the EF0, so the description is an EF0 tornado touchdown in Wayne, Nebraska, causing minor damage to home countries. So,
Abraham,
so the reason
can,
for
can you
this
show
tree
can you show the
because
presentation? Abraham?
ma'am, I can't,
Your simulator is going
ma'am, you
all
can't
right.
see.
I can see the simulator, Abraham. Can you take us to the presentation part?
Ma'am, I did the presentation.
About your case study.
Not which one. Ma'am, that doesn't have a slide, ma'am. I was going to orally explain it.
Okay, you were going to verbally tell us. All right. Okay, you can go on then.
So what's an EF1 tornado? So I will set it and I'll press go. So an EF1 tornado is this one. So while it plays, I just want to talk about an EF1 tornado case study. So as you can see in this EF1, a few trees fell and one tree is dangling. So what's an EF1? An EF1 tornado happened in Tucson, Amba tornado. So its date was April 27, 2011. Wind speed 68 miles per hour to 1110 miles per hour. Its damage was $1.3 million. Injuries 12, say 20, and fatality 0. And so the description is that an EF tornado struck the city, causing significant damage to businesses and infrastructure. So this home is not that much damaged, but as you can see, the trees were damaged a little. So now I'm going to put it up to EF2. So your house might stand an EF2, EF1 tornado. So I'm going to reset it and I'm going to press go. While the EF2, so I say this case study that I shared was for the EF2. This was the EF1. So this is the EF2 case study. So in Mori Olakama tornado 2013, so date was May 2013. Wind speed 111 to 135. Damage $2 billion. Fatalities 24. Description: a devastating EF2 tornado hit the city, leaving an entire neighborhood and causing widespread destruction. Now, as you can see, the trees are kind of cut, but the house is kind of still stable. Now we'll put the rank up to EF3. And now we'll press go. By the time the EF3 tornado is happening, I'm going to just tell about another EF3 case study. So, this event happened in Joplin, Missouri, tornado 2011. Date May 22, 2011. The wind speed was 136 to 165. Damage $2.8 billion. Injuries 10,000. Fatalities 158. Description: a catastrophic EF tornado struck the city, causing severe damage to homes, hospitals, infrastructure, and initially started as an EF3. So this basically initially started as an EF3 tornado, but then it intensified to EF5. So you can see that what an EF3 tornado would do to your house. So it could rip apart the roof and just break a side wall of it. Then now I'm going to be talking about an EF4 tornado. This case study is of Greensburg, Caracas. So the date is May 4, 2007. Location Greensburg, Caracas. Wind speed 166 to 200 miles per hour. Its path length was 66 miles and injuries and fatalities were 11, injuries were 60. Damage was $1.7 billion and destroyed 90% of Greensburg, including homes, businesses, and infrastructure. You can just see what an EF4 tornado did to this house. It shattered it into pieces and it took the roof over. So now I'm going to talk about an EF5 tornado. This is the most powerful tornado in the NLC. Excuse me. As I was saying, this is the most powerful tornado in the full history of tornadoes. These are from 200 and they can scale till anything. So EF5 is that 200 till end, till infinite. But tornadoes are normally not till infinite because they are normally, they don't go so much. As the wind pressure cannot get that high. But there is a possibility still. So now I'm going to be now talk about EF5. So again, I'll be talking about the Joplin, Missouri tornado. So Joplin, Missouri wind speed was 200 to 26 miles per hour. Parkland 6.2 miles. Fatality 158. Damage $2.8 billion. So the EF5 caused catastrophic damage, sweeping away entire neighborhoods and devastation in the downtown area. So now you may be wondering, why is the Joplin, Missouri tornado mentioned in EF5 and EF3? So basically, the tornado actually started as an EF2, then justified to EF3, and I think it even went to EF4, and then it became an EF5, destroying everything in its path. That's why it can be both referred to as EF3 and an EF5. So now I'd like to come back to the presentation. So we have understood what's an EF5. Now we are going to understand about the, ma'am, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, Abraham, I can see you.
Yes, it's visible.
So now we're going to learn about tornado resistant vehicles. So now in case a tornado hits and we need an army or an RD or something to come for the rescue, we need them to be tornado resistant. Or if a tornado breaks up in the military force, what happens? The military force will be destroyed and we won't have a military force. And then we'll be prone to invasion. So now we're going to talk. So tornadoes pose a significant threat to humans' life and property. Vehicles can provide protection, but standard vehicles are often vulnerable to tornado damage. This case study examines vehicles designed to withstand tornadoes. So first, number one, tornado-proof buses. Some school buses are designed with tornado resistant features such as reinforced walls and impact resistant windows. So these are and secure seating and restrooms enhance in structural integrity. So where would these buses be used? Now you may be thinking, why would you need a school bus to be tornado resistant? So there's this place called Tornado Alley. Over there, tornadoes normally happen the most. So the problem is that people live in Tornado Alley and the child wants to go to school. He will have to go on a bus, and if a tornado breaks out while he's in the bus, he will be protected and safe. Now for armored vehicles. So what do armored vehicles have? So some armored vehicles like those used for military and law enforcement offer tornado protection, reinforced armor plate, ballistic glass, friendly casting and suspension. But there's just one thing to this. So two of these vehicles, they cannot go in tornadoes as they will be destroyed because they are strong to withstand tornadoes, but none of them will try to go in tornadoes to collect any data or research. And they cannot be rented out by people to do that. Because the bus may not be that strong, and the army will not rent a tank to send them. So now you're going to talk about some things that are rent, some vehicles that are created for scientists and people who want to discover and storm chasers. So just to clarify, what are storm chasers? Storm chasers are so you may think this is some cartoony idea or something. No, so basically people who will get into a tornado-proof vehicle and chase the storm around to get pictures and information about it. So that after the storm has hit and then the storm stops, the person will be able to say that he saw the tornado and they will be able to know how to prevent it. So we are gonna go. So just to clarify, so the vehicle definitely doesn't look like the submarine with wheels. It's not like that. Yeah, it looks actually like this. So, so this is basically like kind of like a blueprint. So this is basically the vehicle. So storm chaser vehicles, custom built for vehicles for storm chasers and researchers, reinforced frames and bodies, impact resistant material, advanced communication and navigation systems. So this vehicle, even if it goes into a tornado, nothing will happen. So then tornado resistant, some recreational vehicles, RVS, are designed with tornado resistant features. Reinforced walls and roofs, secure anchoring system, impact resistant windows. So now a few lessons learned while building. So reinforced construction is crucial for tornado resistance. Impact resistant materials and secure anchoring systems are essential. So why is this essential? It's because otherwise the car may just fly away. So we need an anchoring system to anchor it to the ground if it's trying to capture a moment of the tornado. And advanced communications are needed is because if they use communications in a tornado, we need to communicate with others. Then custom design and engineering can provide optimal protection. So, but the challenges and limited are that the tornado resistant vehicles are expensive. They weigh a lot. Their maintenance is a lot. Their availability is very limited. So vehicles designed to withstand tornadoes can provide life-saving protection while challenging limited success. Advancements in design and engineering continue to improve the tornado-resistant vehicles. So the thing with these tornado-resistant vehicles is that they may become a little slow is because with all the weight and the additional armor. So but they can still go to high speed. Now I'm going to talk about May 20, 2011, a day of devastation. The Joplin, Missouri 2011 tornado. The disaster details. An EF5 tornado nearly 268 miles per hour, winds nearly 1 mile wide. Destruction, St. John's Regional Medical Center, 5 deaths. Joplin High School, severely damaged. Downtown Joplin, iconic buildings destroyed, residential areas and neighborhoods decimated. So I'm going to start with this. So it was a typical Sunday afternoon in Joplin, Missouri. After the sun was shining, the temperature was in the mid-70s, but at 5:35 p.m., CDT disaster struck. A massive EF5 tornado with the winds reaching up to 268 miles per hour tore through the city. The twister, nearly a mile wide, cutting a swath of destruction and residential areas, businesses, and hospitals. So, first thing to come in this part, not the first, but so one of the most important was St. John Regional Medical Center. The hospital took a direct hit with windows shattered and walls collapsed. Patients were trapped and medical scrambled to evacuate them. 5 patients died and many more were injured. Now, Joplin High School. The parts of the school were severely damaged, with the building reduced to rubble. Miraculously, no students were present as the school had ended for a year. Downtown Joplin. The tornado ripped through the city's central business district, destroying iconic buildings and landmarks. The historic Fox Theater was severely damaged. Neighborhoods were decimated, residential areas. Neighborhoods were decimated with entire blocks reduced to splintered wood and rubble. Families lost their home and belongings were scattered everywhere. Some survivor stories. I was hiding in my bathtub when the tornado hit. The noise was deafening and the walls collapsed around me. So this has come from Rachel, a Joplin resident. So then I saw people flying through the air and buildings crumbling. It was like a nightmare. So this is from a person, John. He's an eyewitness of the tornado. The response and recovery, emergency responders rushed to the scene, searching for survivors and providing them aid. The American Red Cross, FEMA, and other organizations joined in the relief effort. So just before you go, so this is all. This is where the tornado. So this is the where the tornado affected. So this, as you can see, the part of the United, part of Joplin, Missouri. This is all where it affected. Can you bring that on the next slide? So after the tornado, so the aftermath was that 185 lives lost, over 1,000 injured, and 7,500 buildings damaged or destroyed. $2.8 billion in damage. Legacy: the Joplin tornado left significant changes in tornado safety and preparedness. Improved warning systems, enhanced building codes, increased community resilience, and the city rebuilt, incorporating tornado-resistant design and construction. So this is an image. This is not an actual image. This is actually AI generated. Is because the other images were not. I don't think the quality was getting very good. So this was like something resembling what happened. So now I just want to touch upon the topic of the tornado resistant vehicles again. So if you could not see them, if you were not able to understand how it actually looked, I'm just going to show you one visualizer. So this is basically how it looks. It's like a vehicle with plated armor, and strong. So everything is meant to be tornado resistant. You can see this, like on a normal car, there's only one handle, and this mirror would just fly away in a tornado, but this won't. So this is basically how the cars get tornado resistant. Now coming back to the PPT. So I would have to say that after the tornado, there are so tornadoes are things that can destroy things, but they are also things that humans can use to understand and help become better in technology. It's because only after the tornado destroyed Joplin, Missouri, did the city want to go into and study how tornadoes are made. So they not how study tornadoes, so they can think of an effective solution. So once a tornado happens, and if they keep happening, soon cities will be rebuilt in such a way that tornadoes, when hit, will not even do single damage. With that, I would like to say thank you.
Okay, Abraham, well done with the presentation. And the simulation part was really good. The tornado simulator that showed different ranges of a tornado and their effects from minimum to maximum effects. That was good. Well done. And you finally included the tornado resistant vehicles as well. So good work with that too. Okay. And what you could work upon a little more was the size of the fonts in the presentation. Okay. Like next time when you are making it, you can enlarge the size a bit more, okay, to make it more clear. All right. Like decrease little bit the size of the graphic, but increase the size of the fonts. Else, the presentation was good. I loved the background. Okay, the tornado background was cool, and the simulator was good. Even your explanation this time was like really well. Like I saw improvement from the last time. This time you presented really well. So well done. Great work. Yeah, good work.
I think I thought the size was okay because my computer screen is a little bigger because I'm on a desktop.
Yeah, Yeah, even I'm watching with tab, so it's okay. But if you watch with a mobile, then it's a little smaller. But rest, everything was good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sunil, hope you're ready.
I'm just the same, man. So now I was
Yes,
not
you can.
get the from the case studies by myself, so I had to use a little help of artificial intelligence. So the case studies
Okay,
were not formed by me, but the compiling I did of the PPT and everything.
okay. All right, Abraham. Okay, so you covered everything. All right. So, how was it, Abraham, making the presentation and making the whole thing, preparing the project? How was your experience with it?
It was nice. So my experience was that it was kind of like the teach back session, but it was, we had to talk about, so explaining was easy, but then afterwards, so when I was doing the PPT, I forgot to put the time slide, so I had to do it in the morning. So the PPT was not easy, but it was, so I started by getting the information, putting into a script, and then after that, after putting into the script, then putting some bullet points in the PPT is because I didn't want to put everything in the PPT like last time. And then after putting the bullet points in the PPT, I last made the time to slide. And I put the
Okay.
graphics at the same time by putting the points.
All right. Okay. Graphics were good, and also the part of the submarine with wheels were also fun. Was also fun. You finally added that part. I was thinking. Okay. Okay, Abraham, good work. Okay. Yeah. Um, Sunil, I hope you are prepared now. You can start with it.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes, Sunil. We can see.
Yes, we can see part two.
Oh, wait, 1 second. What's going? Something is wrong. 1 second.
Sure.
Now can you see?
Yes, Sunil, we can see tornadoes, formation, and dissipation slide.
Okay. So, the life cycle of tornadoes starts with it forming during severe thunderstorms. It usually forms during severe thunderstorms, and the first part of it its life cycle is its stages of development, then it saturates, and then its peak intensity, which is when its wind speed is at the highest, and its eventual dissipation, which is when it dies out. Its formation can be influenced by some factors like the temperature of the air above and below, and its wind speed. And there are different types of tornadoes. Their classifications are, they are classified into various categories based on the Fujita scale, which was created by Dr. Tetsuya Theodore Fujita. Classifications range from the level EF0 to EF5. EF0 indicates very light damage, and EF5 shows the highest level of damage. This classification helps us to know the level of safety precautions we have to take. Like for example, in a EF0 level tornado, you might hide under a sturdy table to prevent things falling on top of you. But with an EF4 or EF5 level tornado, you would have to escape into an open field far from trees, buildings, and the predicted path of the tornado, because the tornado can crush the whole house, and the stable wouldn't be enough to protect you. Some safety measures you can take before a tornado is, you have to always have a safety plan ready about what you will do, where you will hide, and all of that. You should always monitor weather alerts. You should have an emergency kit ready with um, things like first aid, etc. Have to identify a safe location, such as a basement or an interior room where you can seek shelter. During and after a tornado, take cover, or as in cases of an EF1 or EF2 tornado, where the tornado won't be so fast, be ready to take cover within seconds. But you don't have to take cover when the warning is issued immediately. You stay away from windows, as the glass can easily break and hurt you. And seek very strong shelter, preferably underground, like in a basement or cellar. Assess and report injuries or damages after the tornado has passed. Some fun facts about a tornado, some fun facts and jokes about tornadoes are: did you know that tornadoes can occur at any time of the year but are most common in spring? Tornado strength. The strongest tornado ever recorded reached winds of over 300 miles per hour, which is about 650 kilometers per hour. This is a tornado joke. Why did the tornado stay away from the hurricane? Can anyone guess?
Because it was a hurricane, because a hurricane can't enter on land.
I didn't hear that.
Abraham, could you repeat what you said, please?
Is it because a hurricane cannot enter on land, as it will stop as soon as it hits the coastline?
I can't understand Abraham. His voice is
Abraham,
all.
can you put it in the chat, Abraham? Because hurricane was in a hurry.
No. One second. This is the actual answer.
Sure.
Because it couldn't handle the pressure.
Okay. All right.
So the tornado I have chosen for this, huh? The tornado I chose is the Tri-State tornado, and it happened on March 18th, 1925, and it struck the United States, producing approximately 12 significant tornadoes. The Tri-State tornado hit three southeastern states in US, which is Indiana, Missouri, and Illinois. The map is not straight. Let me just straighten it. There. So this shows the path of the tornado, the darker black line, and this shows the speed in each part of the tornado, what was its highest speed, etc. There are some towns along the way which were in the path of the tornado. Towns like Annapolis were 90% destroyed. Gorham and Griffin and um, Behill were 100% destroyed and nothing was left. Places like Murfreesboro, DeSoto, and West Frankfort were destroyed about 20 to 40%. These are examples of the damage it caused. Like I said earlier, the town of Griffin was completely destroyed, and this is the town of Griffin. Bailey was also smashed like broken glass. These are some significant facts about the tri state tornado. At least 12 significant junior tornadoes were reported. Its longest recorded tornado path was 513.381 kilometers. This tornado resulted in at least 695 fatalities and over 2,027 injured, while around 15,000 houses were destroyed. The repair cost of the damage in dollars in 1925 was $16.5 million at least, which is 24, I can't even read the number. 24 Arab 99 crore 60 lakh 42,505.5 rupees. It was the deadliest tornado in US history and the second deadliest tornado globally. Modern analysis suggests that its path may have involved multiple tornadoes rather than a single continuous tornado. As I mentioned in the first slide, It produced about 12 tornadoes, and all of these together formed one storm, which was considered the tri state tornado. It's generally recognized as an EF5 tornado on the Fujita scale, which is the most intense type of tornado. Now I want you to guess, when was it formed and when did it dissipate?
Can I guess? Was it formed in the morning and did it like in the afternoon did it dissipate in
So,
the
like, which day and which day did it dissipate and which day did it form? Like, which day was it formed and which day did it dissipate? Dissipate means it died out. Which day did it die out?
The same day?
No, it was formed on March 18th and it died out 2 days later. Do you remember what kind of tornado it was?
A tri-state tornado EF5 on the Fujita scale.
Yeah. And do you know what were its highest winds?
200 miles per hour.
About 250 miles per hour, which is around almost 600 kilometers per hour. Do you know what caused it to dissipate? It dissipated because the thunderstorm that caused it and all the tornadoes that were formed by it and together made this one tornado. All the tornado, like I mean, the storm, like ended, so this also dissipated slowly. It lasted for about 2 days. Thank you.
Okay. Well done, Simeon, with the presentation. And Tri-State Tornado was like massive. I was taking a look at it. One of the most massive tornado that was recorded. And you captured it really well in the presentation, Simeon. Okay, you captured the facts really well. I really like the map that you showed. It was little bit, but yeah, we were able to see the impact. We were able to see the three major regions that affected and the wind speeds and everything. So good work with it. Also, explanation was good and facts were good. And the questions that you put up at the end, that part also was really good. So well done with the presentation, Sonia. Good work. Yes. So now, can you tell us a little bit about your progress of preparing the presentation, about your journey of working through this project?
First, I was thinking which tornado should I make. So I was researching on different tornadoes and I was like, I was first thinking there was one tornado where there was one guy called Wilson something, and he was looking at the tornado, and the tornado lifted up above him, so he looked underneath the tornado and you could see inside the tornado and things like that. And so I was thinking I should put that, and then I thought Actually, it's not so great. So I put the second largest tornado in the world and I used that and I found out different facts and all. And then it was you sent an like how you what's the order for it? And I was thinking I put the order wrong, so I made a different PPT with the order, and then I moved to the next. After that, I went to the tornado PPT and I was talking about it. And I took the clip in the first one just to make it interesting. It was my brother's idea.
Okay. The clip that opening was good, like the tornado style opening was really good. Well done with that too. Okay. Yes. So good work, all of y'all. Well done with the presentations. Good efforts that all of y'all put in. Amazing work. I'm like really I appreciate all the efforts and all the work that you put into the presentations. Right. So that was all for today. Anything else that you wanted to discuss, question each other, or give your views about each other's presentations? Abraham and Simeon both of their presentations were on tornadoes, but very different presentations. So yes, that was good. Both of their presentations were unique in different ways, and Anaya's was good too. So well done. And we are going to stop the class right here.